John 8:44 says, God is truthful, while Satan is the source of lies. Believers should reflect God's truthfulness. He also says to those of you that are not serving Him and serving the devil, you belong to your father, the devil, and you want to carry out your father's desires. He was a murderer from the beginning, not holding to the truth, for there is no truth in him. When he lies, he speaks his native tongue, for he is a liar and the father of all lies. And then it goes on to mention in Proverbs 12:22, lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who act faithfully are his delight. And in Ephesians 4:25, therefore, having put away falsehood, let each one of you speak the truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. In Colossians 3:9, do not lie to one another, seeing that you have put off the old self with its practices. Psalms 101:7, no one practices deceit shall dwell in my house. No one who utters lies shall continue before my eyes. Exodus 20:16, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. John 8:44, Jesus describes the devil as a liar and the father of all lies, and having nothing to do with the truth. Proverbs 16-19 lists a lying tongue amongst the 7 things the Lord hates. Revelation 21:8 states that liars will have their part in a lake of fire, the second death. So, people, especially politicians, mainly Democrats, but Republicans too, it's obvious, man. It's all over the news, social media, and everything else. The Democrats, mainly, some Republicans too, but you're leading your people with lies and false witness. Come on, man. What in the world's wrong with you? Get it together. I'm going to show some stuff after this that blatantly catches people in lies. So if you wonder who your enemy is, that's going to be it. If you're serving the same God I am. Now, some of you are going to say, oh my God, you did this, you did that, you cussed, you said a curse word. I can tell you, I've done a lot of things I'm not proud of. But good thing God says, come as you are. And good thing He's a forgiving God. I'm not saying there's no hope for any of the politicians that are lying. I'm just asking that you please get right with God and let's move forward in a heavenly manner.
Our message to Americans in Democrat-run cities nationwide. Decline is a choice. You don't have to live in constant fear of being robbed, raped, or murdered. Your leaders are lying to you, and they have been failing you for decades.
Here in the
Well, look, another not so great strategy has come from Illinois billionaire Governor J.B. Pritzker, who's been caught lying about the Chicago murder rate. He appeared on Special Report alongside Brett Baer, and he was grilled over why the city had the highest murder rate out of all the major U.S. cities. Watch this.
Why does Chicago have the highest murder rate of all the big cities?
Well, we are not in the top 30 in terms of our murder rate. Indeed,
the
our murder rate it has been cut in half over the last 4 years, and every year it's gone down by double digits. And if you look at all of the violent crime over the last 4 years,
here's a map.
They've all gone down.
U.S. cities, 17.47 per 100,000 population. Chicago is number 1 over Philadelphia, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, Phoenix, Los Angeles, New York.
I won
wonder why Gavin Newsom could be your loser for the year. I mean, look how he handled the devastating LA fires at the start of the year. This is him lying about the reservoirs being full.
I'd like to extend that to the president-elect. I don't know what he's referring to when he talks about the Delta smelt and reservoirs. The reservoirs are completely full, the state reservoirs here in Southern California. That mis and disinformation, I don't think advantages or aids any of us.
We do know, though, from reporting here locally that one reservoir that serves the Palisades was not full.
And that's exactly what triggered my desire to get the investigation to understand what was happening with that local reservoir. That was not a state system reservoir, which the president-elect was referring to.
Now, he's just so slippery, isn't he? But I have to agree with you with Donald Trump. Yes, of course.
Can I just say, I lived right near that reservoir for years. And for at least 3 years, that reservoir was empty. I mean,
I see her as a fake and a fraud, to be quite frank with you. This is a woman who attended private schools as a child growing up. This is a woman who went to an elite law school. And she wants to act as if she is some common day, everyday hood rat. That is not actually accurate in any way whatsoever. And I think it's actually offensive. And it says a lot about how the Democrat Party views the Black community in this country, that they would platform someone like this, make her change her entire way of speaking even just to appeal to so-called Black voters. It's disgusting. It's demeaning. And honestly, it's indicative of what I like to call the soft bigotry of low expectations. I think
I work for a living. If I had all the money in the world, I would not be here. I literally just work here.
Whoopi Goldberg now facing some backlash after trying to compare herself to working class Americans on The View.
If I had all the money in the world, I would not be here. I'm a working person, you know? I come to work.
What does she know about struggling? With another slamming the EGOT for being so out of touch with reality. Writing, here she is saying she's one of us, the working class, while she's worth $60 million. In 2016, Variety reported that Whoopi's annual salary as a host on the talk show was between $5 and $6 million.
I work for a living. If I had all the money in the world, I would not be here. It's not about winning over people. It's about telling as much of the truth as we have.
Well, truth is, after nearly 17...
So, do you know how to tell when a Democrat like Whoopi is lying? Her mouth is open.
Very quick statement. It's not going to be that quick.
Pete Hegseth has denied any wrongdoing. His lawyer said he paid the woman in 2023 to head off the threat of a baseless lawsuit. No charges were ever brought.
Leaked bits and pieces of an intel assessment to push a false narrative. And it's to the same reporter, I will add, Natasha Bertrand of CNN, who has done this in the past. In 2020, it was Natasha Bertrand who had 51 intelligence analysts falsely lie to her, but she still put it on paper for some reason, that the Hunter Biden laptop story was Russian disinformation. We all know that's not true, right? We can all agree on that now. That was a lie from the intelligence community. Also in 2020, so this is a reporter who has been unfortunately used by people who dislike Donald Trump in this government to push fake and false narratives. She should be ashamed of herself. And that's not what reporting is. Journalism is trying to find the facts and the truth. And this week we saw this same reporter being used to push a fake narrative to try to undermine the President of the United States, and more importantly, the brave fighter pilots who conducted one of the most successful operations in United States history. And
bloodbath if this and the outcome of this election is not to his liking. Let's turn the page on this. Let's not go back.
Well, as you know, Kristen, both of those claims against Donald Trump, the Fine People one and the bloodbath thing, have been debunked by very reputable fact-checking organisations. They've twisted his words there in a really misleading way, but they keep doing it, and the Vice President's keeping on doing that. And Donald Trump, interestingly, hit back at the way the legal system and some of this debate had been weaponised against him and suggested that's part of the reason for the assassination attempt against him. Have a look.
Joe Biden has issued an official pardon for his son Hunter, who was set to face sentencing this month on gun and tax charges. Biden had said he would not pardon his son or commute the sentence, but U-turned yesterday saying raw politics had infected the legal process.
All of those events ended in tragedy, and all of those events were spurred on and inspired by the words that came out of the former president's mouth.
How did he inspire Charlottesville?
He went out there and said both sides are
But that was after
good
the rally.
people.
You said he caused the rally.
Okay, Scott, the words that the former president says, and you know this, you have that skeptical face, but you
yes,
know,
I'm skeptical that he
know
caused
this
Charlottesville.
is true. Yes, I do think he did cause Charlottesville because those people that were
who's causing the rallies on campuses right now?
Those people that were marching.
Who's causing the rallies in the streets of New York?
Let me finish. Those people that were marching in support of one person. They were
January 6th was caused by the Democrats. Nancy Pelosi, all those people knew about it. So there again, more lies. And it's been proven. Russiagate, proven lie. The guy's on trial right now.
My humble opinion, those claims are flagrantly wrong. Trump's rhetoric did not cause a group of white nationalists to organize a rally in Charlottesville. Now, the controversy over Trump's remarks in that case has to do with things he said in response to the rally. Now, there too, critics of Trump overreached. As the fact-checking website Snopes has concluded, Trump never said the neo-Nazis were very fine people. He didn't say it. He said neo-Nazis and white nationalists, quote, should be condemned totally. His fine people on both...
Have you no shame? No shame at all? This is can you get any lower? I don't think so. And what do you have to say about what's happened around the world? Where is our voice as Americans? Somebody's got to speak up for us. Our hearts are breaking through all of this, through Rob, through what's happened at Bondi Beach. And you did say something. Not what I would like to have heard from you, but you did do it, so there you go.
Let's hear now.
What's the view?
Bunch of pissed off millionaires about how much they hate millionaires and Trump and men and you and me and everybody else they got to be up their ass about. It's pretty funny.
Don't sound funny.
Well, it ain't joke funny. It's like farting church funny, you know what I mean?
That don't sound funny either.
Well, it depends on your proximity to the fart.
That was the...
Have you no shame?
So all the line and stuff, things that the Democrats have been doing, the just basically propaganda lies. This is what it's coming to. And some of these people, these rioters or protesters, they are paid by certain companies or whatever to help the Democrats push their agenda. And they don't care if they have to lie, steal, or cheat to do it. Obviously, if you voted Democrat, you have to be ashamed of what your representatives are doing at this point. So far, every Democrat state has stolen from the American taxpayer. Lied. What did we talk about at the beginning? Who's the father of all lies? I'm gonna leave with this video. Let me just say this officer was defending his life. She tried to run over him. There's proof. But now, the Democrats are trying to say something different. And Tim Walz is wanting wanting ICE out of there because he don't want no more attention on him or himself. Can't say they'll blame him, but there's some of these people that are committing crimes, politicians, and getting away with it. Things that if you and I done, we'd be in jail. They don't care to throw us in jail, but they think that they're higher. They talk about Trump trying to be a king. They're living proof. They're living example of that. All right. Y'all have a good one. After this, I'm going to end it.
That's fine, dude. I'm not mad at you. Show your face. I'm not mad at you. That's okay. We don't change our plates every morning, just so you know. It'll be the same plate when you come talk to us later. That's fine. U.S. citizen, former. You want to come at us? You want to come at us? I say go get yourself some lunch, big boy. Go ahead.
Out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Whoa!